Cooking with confidence, roasting and baking in English. Hello, language learners. Today, we are embarking on a delicious journey. We're going to talk about roasting and baking, two essential cooking techniques that you will frequently encounter in English recipes. Let's dive in. Roasting is a cooking method that uses dry heat. This process often gives food a brown color and a delicious flavor. When we roast food, we typically use an open flame, oven, or other heat source. The key words here are dry heat. Examples of sentences involving roasting are 1. I am roasting the chicken for dinner. 2. The chef is known for his roasted vegetables. Next, let's talk about baking. Baking, like roasting, uses dry heat. However, we usually bake foods that are made from a dough or batter, like bread or cookies. We do this in an oven. The keywords here are dough, batter, and oven. Examples of sentences involving baking are 1. I love baking bread on weekends. 2. Her baked goods are simply delicious. So you may be wondering, what's the difference between roasting and baking? Well, traditionally, the term roasting was used for meats and baking was used for bread, cakes, and pastries. However, in modern usage, the terms are often used interchangeably. One general rule of thumb is that if the food retains its original structure during the cooking process, like meats and vegetables, we use the term roasting. If the structure of the food changes during the cooking process, like cakes and bread, we use the term baking. Now that we understand the basics of roasting and baking, let's learn some common verbs and phrases associated with these cooking techniques. Preheat the oven. This means to heat the oven to the required temperature before you start cooking. Grease the pan. To apply oil or butter to the pan to prevent food from sticking. Beat the eggs. This means to rapidly mix eggs until the yolk and white are blended. Stir the batter. To mix the batter using a spoon or other utensil. That's all for today's lesson on roasting and baking. I hope you've learned some useful vocabulary and phrases that you can use in the kitchen. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you use these words and phrases, the more natural they'll become. Happy cooking, and see you in our next English language learning video.